advent of modern-day drones on the battlefield, a lot of considerations have been put in place, especially in the American civilian preparedness. And today I have a guy who, his whole thing is drones, so I'll just give it to him. This is Silk. Silk, introduce yourself.
Silk, local nerd. Drones have been in use since at least World War II. You can see them in either ground vehicles that were used to blow up things such as other vehicles, and you can see them used by the United States Air Force as training aircraft, remote-controlled aircraft for dogfighting. Moving along to around Vietnam era, 1960s-ish, you can find reports of a crashed, what we would now identify as Predator drone. In New Mexico, they were testing it and crashed it. So this has not been a new technology. This has been something that's been around for quite a while. The most recent use of commercial drones in Ukraine is actually brought all the way back to Mosul during the early 2010s-ish, whenever a certain group with a black flag and white text in that area was taking over a city. There would be reports of buzzing sounds and an explosion followed by mass casualty. Later, it was found out that that was a DJI drone strapped with explosives, one of the old, massive DJI drones. That buzzing is one of the main indications that a drone is going to be coming at you, because you can already hear it, it already sees you. If you go and look at Ukraine, the main use of FPV drones is 10 and 12-inch drones that are going to be one-way attack drones. These drones commonly are about $300 to $500. They are relatively easy to assemble, hard to pilot, but very cheap, very mass-producible. Exact same design across all of them. Very few innovations are made. In the modern battlefield in Ukraine, there's more than just FPV drones. There's also Mavics that go up and loiter and observe troop movements with multi-zoom optical devices that can include thermal and night vision. There's also hexacopter, Baba Yaga style drones that can carry mortars, many mortars, and drop them. There's also bomber FPV drones that either have two cameras or a camera on a tilt system servo, so you can look down and drop. All kinds of payloads that can be used. There can be anything from dropping medical supplies to explosives to thermite. Been seeing that used a lot against those roads that are covered by nets. Multiple parts make up a modern day FPV drone. There is the frame that everything is attached to. There's the motors that, of course, get the drone airborne. There's a ESC, electronic speed controller, that is used to tell the motors how to spin, what direction, and how much. There's a flight controller that collects gyro data and it helps interpret that into the ESC to stabilize the drone and hover and things along those lines. There's RX Link, which is what you use with the controller to connect to the drone to command it. There's VTX, which is the video from the camera going out of the drone into your gondolas. All these come together to create a machine that is very reproducible, very cheap, and very easy to use. Some of these drones can carry over 20 pounds. The bigger they get, the more efficient and longer they can go, and the more they can carry. Little 5-inch drones can carry small air-to-air. We've been seeing those used with the, how do you pronounce it? Shiad?
Yeah, the Shiad, I think.
Yeah, Shiad. Some small 5-inch drones have been carrying just small air-to-air, and that's the way Ukraine has been knocking down some of those drones. It is a tool, just like anything else. You can use it as a hobby, you can use it to make videos, you can use it to go drop supplies on hurricane victims like I saw in Houston. The argument for FPV drones in modern day prepared citizens has many different takes on it. The one that we're mainly going to be looking at today is the use case for prepared militia type groups. Keeping in mind militia can mean repelling invading enemy or natural disaster relief, things along those lines. I personally saw drones used in Houston during Hurricane Harvey to deliver medications, deliver water, deliver food, and you can see it multiple times on the front, on both sides, being used to drop off medications, IV bags, food, water to groups that are stuck and cannot be relieved. There are multiple reports of Ukrainians and Russians on both sides being stuck in a position for months on end. Somebody was stuck for 400 and something days. That report came out not too long ago. And he said unmanned ground vehicles and UAVs were the main way that they got resupplied because they were so stuck. There are many arguments for FPV versus DJI type drones. My main reason why I think FPV is the way to go is so much customizability. If I crash the drone I have, I order parts off of Amazon and fix it myself. If you crash a DJI drone, especially with the ban that just recently happened, you may not get it back, or you'll have to send it to a local repair shop and pay who knows how much to get it back. There have been people that have had their drones sent off to DJI for repairs, drones they owned blocked at the border because of the ban. There are many things that these can be used for that are not just what you see in Ukraine. These can be used for scouting. These can be modified to have thermal cameras. These can be modified to have high zoom cameras for scouting. Anything that a DJI can do, this drone can do. You can put lithium-ion batteries on there and have over 40-minute flight times. Or you can hardwire the drone to a battery on the ground, send it up 100 feet, put a signal repeater on it to counter EW or just get further range, and then you can go out to 50 miles in some cases. I've seen reports where Ukrainians and Russians have been able to go out over 50 miles thanks to a repeater drone hovering hundreds of feet up in the air, fighting EW and the curvature of the earth at that point. So many reasons for the use of both DJI and FPV, but I think FPV is the future. The easiest way to get started with FPVs is go on Amazon and buy a $70 to $80 Radio Master Pocket. Get that. You can get a simulator on your phone or on a computer. Start flying that way. It's difficult to fly in acro mode, but you can do it. Many people have been able to do it. 12-year-olds in China are way better than me. It is not difficult. It's just a time thing. After that, there's many schools of thought on what to go into. I've got a buddy right now that is going straight for a 5-inch. And I've got other buddies that are going for the very small drones that can fit in the palm of your hand. It's really budget and what you want in the end. You could just go straight to a 10 or 12-inch drone and then slowly add on capabilities such as dropper, thermal camera, or dual camera, or tilt camera. For me personally, I plan on building out a 10-inch dropper drone, and I'm going to look into a dual camera system. Just having a thermal camera pointing down, I think that'd be pretty cool. It's not a difficult hobby. It's a very expensive hobby. Joshua Bardwell is a name you'll get very familiar with, and he has a quote of, "Mistakes in this hobby are heartbreaking and expensive. I can wrap this thing around the tree and there's over $1,000 gone."
Thank you, sir. As you can see, the use case capabilities of the drones go far and beyond having to use it for more, warfare aspects. And I can see that becoming more of a thing in the United States, as it is already a thing in the United States now. As he gave an example with the many hurricanes and natural disasters that have happened, dropping medical supplies, food to the stranded peoples of the world in these hurricane areas, is pretty applicable. I can imagine that being a thing that would happen for these civilian preparedness groups. Thank you, sir, for coming out.